Hello, and hello. Good evening, everybody. I am happy that everybody is here this evening on this Wednesday, May 7th. I am so happy everybody is here today on this Wednesday, uh, May 7th. And you know what? It's really exciting for me because this is episode 101. This was the first episode on the other side of 100. I'm really, really excited. And I'm glad that you are here with me. And I'm glad that you were able to stay with me and rock for over 100 episodes. And those who are new to the podcast, welcome, and hello. My name is Coach Dawn Allen, and I am the CEO of Stay Sexy Wellness. I help overweight middle aged women who feel unworthy, forgotten, unseen, go from being, stressed out and having drive, energy, and motivation by making those small changes in nutrition, movement, and self-care so that they can be fit, fine, fabulous, and so sexy, loving themselves from the inside out. And that's where it all starts from. It starts from the inside out. And I'm your coach, and I'm gonna tell you my story real fast. Well, one day, I've been feeling overweight, just feeling draggy, low energy, brain fog. I'm walking with a limp a little bit. I'm going into the store. I grab my shopping cart. I'm afraid that if I let it go, my knees will give out on me because it gave out on me at school. I'm a teacher, and I'm walking the hallway, and it just gave out. I'm looking around. Did anybody see me? So from that point on, everywhere I went in the store, I always grab a shopping cart, of course, to shop, but also for real, on the down low, it was to protect myself in case my knees gave out. So one day, I was home relaxing, and I got a spiritually urging. I don't know about you, but when the Lord speaks, I listen. And it urged me to get on my scale. So I got on the scale, and it was the number that I did not like. It was 203 pounds. I'm like, what? No way. So I got on the scale 3 more times because I could not believe this number was 203 because I said I would never, ever weigh 200 pounds. Not me, not I, not why. That's them, not me. But it was me. I lied to myself, and I weighed 203 pounds. So I said, well, how did I get here? And I thought about it. I thought about all the things, all the clues, all the warnings that I got. My knees was giving out. I felt I was moving slow. I was limping. I had no energy. The doctor told me that every time I went to the doctor, you can lose some weight. You can lose some weight. You need to lose some weight. I'm like, uh-huh. Can any of y'all relate to that? The doctor telling you can lose weight? Mm-hmm. Can any of you guys relate to the hints and the clues you were given and you ignore them? Like I did. I ignored the clues. I ignored the brain fog. I ignored the knees buckling out. I ignored the doctor telling me. But when? I said, but when the Lord said, get on that scale, I listened. I saw that 3 pounds, 303, 203. I'm like, no. What do I do? What can I do? This is not me. I can't do it. This is it. This is the nail that I laid on. This is the last thing. This was that thing that enough was enough. So I said, what I do? And I was spiritually guided once more to get on my computer. And I found a school that resonated with me. My heart just, when I finished school and I read the description of what they did, this was me. So I signed up immediately that night. And a while later, a month later, I was an integrated nutrition health coach. But while I was on that journey, I studied and I focused on the things that I'm supposed to eat, when to eat, what to eat, how to eat, And when I did that, I was really, really focused on just the nutrition part for real. And I lost 20 pounds, but I didn't know I lost 20 pounds. I wasn't focused on losing weight. I was focused on eating properly. I lost 20 pounds. I'm like, wow, I lost 20 pounds and I was just eating properly. I didn't add all the other elements that there was to do that. So when I added all the other elements, I lost another 30 pounds. So altogether, I lost 50 pounds just starting out, just eating right and adding the other quality of life things, adding all the other skills I had to add to that. So with that in mind, that's how I lost my 50 pounds. Actually, I lost 55 pounds. Look back, 55 pounds, but I'm going with 50. And so tonight's episode, it is called, Do You Count Sheeps? Do you count sheep? So we're going to talk about, do you count sheeps? Where did it come from? Okay. What is the benefit of sleep? And how does sleep affect weight loss? Because it does. And I'll give you a few quick sleep tips at the end, okay? So do you count sleep? So let me tell you a little bit about the origin and where it came from. Well, actually, I had a feeling where it came from, and I was pretty much correct. I pretty much guessed it where it came from, and it came from the shepherds. It came from the shepherds. And, the shepherds needed to count the sheep. They had to be accountable for counting the sheep before they could rest. So that's pretty much where it came from. They had to count the sheep before they themselves could rest. And it was very repetitive. Every night, every day, every afternoon, did the same all day. And it became a very calming and relaxing thing. But they had to count the sheep before they themselves could rest. And that's pretty much where it originated from. But then, now we kind of saying, count the sheep is kind of like a joke or fun thing, or I don't know. But in reality, it doesn't quite work like that. It doesn't quite work the way it does, because it is a visual thing, but it really doesn't work to go to sleep. Okay, there are other better ways to help you go to sleep other than counting sheep. But that is cute, though. And that cute visual of going to sleep. So let's get started here. So question number 1 is, do you count sleep? Do you count sheep? I know I don't count sheep, but like I said, research saying that it really doesn't work anyway. So if you do count sheep, you may want to try another way. I might give you some suggestions that might help you do better. So we're going to talk about some of the benefits of sleep and what does actually sleep do for you. So one thing I'm going to start out with some research, of course. It's always best to start with research. And research is saying that not getting enough sleep, well, it can cause you to gain weight. And let me tell you how. They have did a 7.5-year research, and they had included 85,000 individuals, men and women, who were not initially obese. I'm going to say that one more time, not initially obese, okay? But over the 7.5 years, they followed this group of people, and these individuals slept less than 5 hours. And the results was 40% of the individuals developed obesity just by not getting enough sleep. Like I said, they were initially not overweight, not even obese, but because they got 5 hours or less, 40% of them gained weight, or basically obese, okay? So look at that. You can gain weight just by not getting enough sleep, okay? Let's talk about that. So this is, I found a good interesting fact. Between the hours of 10 p.m. and 2 a.m., your body produces the greatest amount of melatonin. Now, what does melatonin do? Well, melatonin increases or influences your HGH. What does that do? Well, this is the part that what it does, it helps the body burn fat. Good. Repairs your collagen. Good. Regenerates body tissue. Good. Okay. Improves bone density. Good. Enhances immunity. Good. And repairs cells. All of that between the hours of 10 p.m. and 2 p.m. So that is one big reason why we should get sleep, because our body is repairing itself between those hours of 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. So that right there is a big, big reason why we should get sleep between those hours. Now, lack of sufficient sleep slows down your metabolism. What happens then? Well, when our metabolism slows down, we burn less fat. burn less calories. So now you'll be more tired and you're less energy and you're lounging around the next day. And you might not want to get up the next day because you're tired. You're starting off in a negative, derogative, tired state, right? Another thing, number 3, sleep deprivation disturbs your hormones. Now, it disturbs the hormones that control your hunger and your appetite. So, and these are, well, it causes more ghrelin to be developed and less leptin, which means it increases your hunger and your appetite. So what happens when you increase your hunger and appetite? You're going to eat. 4, it disturbs your carbs because now you want to eat, right? So that means you want to disturb your carbs. You're going to eat more. They're saying if you don't get enough sleep and you're hungry because you're unbalanced, your hormones are unbalanced, you can gain, or you would probably eat an extra 300 to 550 calories because you're sleepy and you already messed up your hormones. So now you're always hungry, right? So now you can gain an average of 350 calories per day just because you didn't get enough sleep. And like I said, you're tired. That means you're tired. You have no energy. And if you have no energy, what do? We grab those comfort foods, because comfort foods, well, those are the ones that have the high calorie and the most fat and the most sugar. Those comfort foods, because we're hungry and we're tired. And we're tired. Also, we make bad brain decisions when we're tired. And when we're tired as well, we don't want to do any physical activity, guys. We're tired, we're dragging, and that's not good. We need to move our body to be able to increase our weight loss. So those are some of the reasons. Some of the reasons why sleep is very, very important. So do you think sleep is very important? Just those little things alone, just the melatonin enough. I'm saying. So it's recommended, 7 hours of sleep is recommended. But I just want to tell you 5 or less is really, really bad because it really makes a big difference over time. And over time, how much time do we have? So I will say, I'm going to give you a few tips. A few tips for increasing sleep. One tip is to go to bed at a regular time every evening. So that way, your body gets used to going to bed and it does not disturb your circadian rhythm. You want to keep that rhythm going the same night, go to bed the same night every night, if possible, close to it as possible. 2, you want to go to bed at a cool temperature. It's recommended 65 to 67 degrees temperature. It does sound a little bit cool, but that helps you get into a deep sleep. When your body is cool, it's better. It goes into a deeper sleep when your body is cool. Number 3, sleep in a dark room. And also you want to eliminate the blue light because the blue light does prevent you from sleeping. I was online the other night. They have these glasses. You can get the glasses, and they're really, really economic. You can get like a 3-pack for $9, a 10-pack for $10, something like that. And they're really, really stylish. I was surprised. They have some Oprah style glasses. I'm like, wow. And also, if you don't want to wear the eyeglasses, you can get the screen protector, and they average around $20. You can put them on your computer. You can put them on your TV. Those also will help you from the blue light. 4, go to bed earlier in the day. That will help as well. Another thing is, if you laying down and you can't sleep, get up. Get up and do something, because no sense you laying there. It's not going to help. Get up, do something, read a book, do something that will help you to go to sleep. Another thing is physical activity. If you're you're active all day and you're working out or just cleaning the house, doing something, washing the car, you're moving, you're going to sleep better because your body is more relaxed and more at ease, and it helps you to sleep better. So those are some of my tips this evening. I'm hoping that they were helpful to you and that you learned something this evening. So do your best, guys, to definitely get more than 5 hours of sleep. 7 hours is best, if possible. I know that I know life is life and we try our best. We have, kids, grandchildren, we have our jobs, we have school, we have things we're doing. But try your best to get close to 7 hours if you can. Because like I'm saying, it will also, I read something somewhere. It also, if you get more than 5 hours of sleep, it also, 5 hours or less, it will shorten your life. Yes, I read that somewhere as well. It can shorten your life if you get 5 hours or less of sleep. So we don't want to do that. We know that God is in control, but let's let's do our best to keep our body as fit as we can by doing the small things that help our body out. So I'm hoping that it was valuable today. And if it was valuable, please put a V, valuable. I want to make sure that I'm giving value to everybody. If anything you said that you can relate to, I'm sorry that I didn't look at any of the have any of them in Instagram land. Let's see. Relate. Thank you. Lord, please help us. Great tips. Great. Okay. Blue light. Good a bit. Yes. Exercise. That's good. Try to get 8 hours of sleep. That's really good. All right. So you guys are doing the daggone thing. I'm happy. So I'm happy that I was able to help this evening. I myself need to get 5 hours sleep, more than 5, because that's one thing that I need to improve on myself, to try my to do my best to stay as 7 hours as possible. Sometimes it's a challenge. We're busy and a busy individual life in, and I get it. That's one of the things that I have to work on myself is striving for that 7 hour evening every single night, because it's always something. But like I said, we all have our struggles. We all have to do what we have to do. But yes, so I'm hoping that I gave you value this evening. And if I do, drop a V and tell me how I did. And well, goodbye for now. As I always say, stay well and healthy with Stay Sexy Wellness. Thank you, Dawn Allen. Out. Good night for now. Oh, I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. See you next week. Oh, next week I'm gonna have a special guest. Watch out for the flyers. Bye bye for now.